We begin tonight with more secrets exposed today as once again the Wikileaks organization published hundreds more internal government documents and said there are 250,000 more to come. They are highly sensitive documents, never meant to be read by the public, let alone the world leaders who were criticized or ridiculed. They also expose backstage dealings from Iran to Iraq, from the Koreas to the Kremlin, and we wanted to know what in them is dangerous for the U.S. and what is merely embarrassing. So John Carl has been poring over the pages today, and we go straight to you tonight. John, good evening.
Good evening, Diane. Well, the diplomatic community has been rocked by all this, and I am told tonight that the Secretary of State has reached out to the leaders of no fewer than 24 nations as this administration tries to do damage control.
As once secret U.S. documents dominate headlines around the world, Secretary of State Clinton today lashed out at Wikileaks.
It puts people's lives in danger, threatens our national security, and undermines our efforts to work with other countries to solve shared problems.
The latest documents released today shed more light on the administration's efforts to close the Guantanamo prison camp. Saudi Arabia's king is quoted suggesting that computer chips be implanted in released prisoners so they could be tracked, as he points out, is sometimes done with horses and falcons. Obama national security official John Brennan dismisses the idea, saying horses don't have good lawyers. The most troubling of the WikiLeaks revelations fall into three categories. The damaging. None more so than one recounting a meeting in January between General Petraeus and the president of Yemen, where the U.S. has conducted several secret drone attacks on suspected al-Qaeda targets. We'll continue saying the bombs are ours, not yours, Yemen's president tells Petraeus. At that point, another Yemeni official at the meeting jokes that he had just lied by telling Parliament that Yemeni forces had carried out the attack. All this potentially undermines a key U.S. ally. Others are less damaging but still harmful, such as those revealing confidential discussions with Arab leaders urging the U.S. to take action to stop Iran's nuclear program. In one about the Iranian government, the king of Saudi Arabia is quoted urging the U.S. to, quote, cut off the head of the snake. Finally, there are the simply embarrassing, especially those offering all too candid descriptions of foreign leaders. One says Russian President Dmitry Medvedev plays Robin to Mr. Putin's Batman. French Prime Minister Sarkozy is called an emperor with no clothes. Italian Prime Minister Berlusconi, feckless, vain, and ineffective. North Korea's Kim Jong-il, a flabby old chap. Embarrassing to be sure, but not a threat to national security.
In my conversations, at least one of my counterparts said to me, well, don't worry about it. You should see what we say about you.
Today, Attorney General Eric Holder said that crimes have been committed with these leaks. And Diane, he announced that the Justice Department has launched an investigation to try to figure out how it all happened and to hold those responsible accountable.
Thanks, John.